Hello guys, my name is NaToSaphiX, and today we have another video, and my voice is still pretty messed up, but today it is another fantasy thing, team pick'em, a pick'em video. Obviously for the MLG Columbus 2016, and since I'm busy with team practice and also the watching the major, these are going to be pretty much the only videos that I'm going to be posting these days, like during the major, but I hope that's still going to be alright. I picked my fantasy team here. I got 152 points yesterday, which isn't too bad, but I decided to just change it up slightly, and I don't really care about this fantasy team game, to be honest, so yeah, I just put in a few. Now, if you look at the team pick'em, we got NIP, which was a very close game. We got that correct. Luminosity also had a very close game versus Mouse Sports. Liquid managed to edge out FaZe, which a lot of people said was a bad choice. Turned out not to be, which was quite nice for me. Fnatic Splice was, as everyone had anticipated, not very close. Envious lost to COG, which a lot of people also thought was a bit of an edgy pick. But still, they managed to actually win quite convincingly. 16-8, I believe. Then Astralis Gambit Gaming actually looked pretty dire for Astralis. They looked to be playing really bad, and individually none of them really stepped up. So if they don't start playing better individually, they're not going to get very far in this tournament. I could have actually seen Gambit win that, but Astralis ended up winning it, which was nice for me. Then Na'Vi, I think they were behind 6-1, or 1-6, I guess you could say, but ended up winning 16-9, I believe, which was also very nice. And then Virtus Pro beat G2, which I was very surprised about, actually. I thought this was one of the... It was a coin toss, it was a 50-50, but something inside of me just said that G2 would take this, and they weren't even fucking close. It was the biggest stomp of the whole tournament so far, 16-1. So, on day 2, we get 2 points per correct pick, so this is where everything is more important. And the first one already is a bit of a struggle, because Mouse Sports, they seem to be playing quite well yesterday, but the same can be said about Flipside. I am going to go with the Mouse Sports team, though, and the reason being that I think Flipside kind of hit the day yesterday, and I don't even know if that's actually a translatable saying. But anyway, they were good, but I'm not so sure that they're going to be good again today. And I'm also sure that they're going to be beating Mouse Sports. So that is why I'm going to be putting in Mouse Sports here. Now, FaZe versus Splice. A lot of people will probably say that this is not a tough choice, and they're just going to be putting in FaZe. I'm also going to be putting in FaZe. But I wouldn't actually be too surprised if Splice at least gets 10 rounds. So there's that. Now, a lot of people might hate me here, but I'm going to go with Gambit. And I've said this since day one, actually since before day one, that I think that Gambit are going to make it out of groups. I think there's at least quite a big likelihood of it happening. But I'd be very, very sad to actually see them go so early on. So I hope they throw out Envious, because Envious, they don't deserve to go on, not with their current form. And I think that hopefully they'll get their eyes open. That makes... I can't even speak English. It's my voice. I'm sorry. No, but Envious, they just need changes, and maybe they'll realize that if they actually lose the Gambit, which I hope they do. Now, G2 versus Cloud9. I'm gonna go with G2. They weren't good yesterday. I didn't actually watch the game because it was so late. And Cloud9 seemed to be pretty good versus Na'Vi, but I'm hoping that they're gonna be pulling through here. That's the thing that. Individually, everyone is better, like man for man, and the tactical leader is 10 times better than Cloud9's tactical leader. Any Cloud9 tactical leader that they can somehow pick. Now, for NIP Luminosity, I'm going to go with Luminosity. I would have perhaps actually picked NIP, contrary to popular opinion, I guess. But since they have threat, I'm not going to be doing so. And for Fnatic Team Liquid, I'm going to be picking Fnatic. And it's because Fnatic, they're insane. Now, Astralis Counter Logic Gaming, I'm actually going to wait with that slightly. Na'Vi versus Pro, I'm going to be picking Na'Vi, but I think it could go either way. I think this is a pretty close game as well. I mean, not necessarily close, but anything can happen. Like, Virtus.pro could go and stop Na'Vi, and Na'Vi could go and stop Virtus.pro. It could also be super close. Like, any outcome is possible. So I'm going to pick Na'Vi because they are probably the favorites going into this. But as far as Astralis Counter Logic Gaming goes, COG have been pretty good lately. Really good, actually. And Astralis looked really bad yesterday. And the problem is that there's a big likelihood of Astralis... I mean, if they lose this, there's a big likelihood of Envious beating Gambit. I'm not sure, do they actually play each other in the decider games? I guess not. So then they would play something like Virtus.pro. I'm not sure how this works, but it does look like they kind of, you know, these two go in here. So it's like random, so they don't play the same runs from your groups. That makes sense. Now, I am going to be going with Astralis. Holy shit. I'm going to be going with Astralis because of my Danish heart, but I think this one could actually be also very, very close, and I wouldn't say that this is any way near 100% certainty. But anyway, we got 7 right out of 8 yesterday. Hopefully we can get 7 or more this time. And I'm sorry that my voice is so messed up. I know it really takes away from the quality of the video, but I hope you guys still enjoy it. So with that, I'm going to leave you. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Please do like and comment and subscribe if you haven't run as NaToSaphiX, and I'll see you in the next video. Holy shit, this voice, man.